Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because HYBE payloaded their idols to the Grammys.
Umzu and Cat's Eye got
Payola, not payload. Ooh.
invited to join the Recording Academy, aka the Grammys. Becoming a member gives them the right to vote in the Grammy Awards, meaning they help shape the nominations and choose the winners across various categories. But they're expected to vote only in areas where they actually have
The thing
expertise.
is,
They're also
I need the channels to get the term payola, or I need to get the understanding of what is payola, because I'm understanding something completely
Doesn't
different.
matter. Just they're saying they paid their way into. That's what you need to know.
Payola?
plugged into this big network of artists, producers, songwriters, and execs who are shaping the music industry. As of 2025, there are over 23,000 members, and this year alone, 3,600 new names got added. Beyond just voting, members can join Academy events, advocacy stuff, and educational programs. But just to be clear, they don't magically get a Grammy just for signing up. Ask BTS, who have been members for years. The Grammys didn't suddenly wake up and think, wow, look at these talented K-pop idols changing music forever. No, what they woke up to was the brutal PR nightmare of being called out year after year for being a stale, whitewashed, corrupt clown show, one that snubbed half the industry. So HYBE sliding into that circle is about strategic corporate networking in an institution desperate to slap some diversity stickers on its crumbling walls. HYBE played the game like Universal Music. Sony and Warner do, you apply, you network. You schmooze, you recommend, you buddy up to the insiders who gatekeep those seats. Stop acting like this is some underdog win. This isn't the Grammys handing out gold stars for global impact. It's HYBE muscling in because they've had years of US market courtship since the BTS explosion. It's an indictment of how little Korea's other agencies invest in global
to send in your application to join.
Probably next
Oh,
year
so
they can.
oh my God, so they're gonna be kicking themselves. They're
I
like
mean,
they probably feel behind.
But she's right. She's basically saying what we said. Like HYBE, you know what HYBE did differently than others?
Yeah,
Applied.
but
Like,
what is confusing is that, okay, BTS already has been a long time member, so how come no one else following that became like a new wave of everyone sending their applications?
they
Do they
didn't
just
care
not
enough.
they
They didn't care enough. They're trying to win day sangs instead of Grammys.
because I remember reacting to a video where the discussion is that, oh, now there's like a pull away from South Korea, South Korea events, those platforms like the day songs, and giving more importance to the West awards shows and whatnot. So I guess there was like some judgment, some criticism against like, oh, trying to be a part of like outsiders platforms instead of supporting your home nation's platforms. Like, remember when even Rose, her copyright went more now to a US
Yeah,
copyright
she
instead
changed
of
it to
the
US, yeah.
Korean copyright
Yeah.
system. So it's just, it seems like at first people were very hesitant to like even consider using Western platforms for their career because they kind of pull away the push and the novelty of the South Korean
I don't think that's
award
the
shows.
reason. I think they didn't think they could do it. I think they didn't think they could qualify. But until somebody did it, and they're like, "Oh wow, we can actually
No,
do
but
it,"
then we didn't get a wave of the other labels.
because other labels can't do it.
What do you mean? What's the can't? The thing is, it's
You
not an
have to
application.
be established in the West. Like other labels are not established here
So
in
okay, so
America.
it's not just an application; it's just also an establishment of a presence.
So
that
I
can-
think
like, what is like
I
requirement
think
to
you need to
apply?
be invited
So you have to be invited.
to apply. So other labels don't have the
So
connections to get
yeah,
invited. It's that simple.
okay. Then I can see why there's a little bit of feelings towards that,
I
because
don't.
how do you get those connections?
By networking.
We see it's a struggle, clearly.
Well, then step your game up. Hire
No,
somebody better. Spend more money
I
on hiring
agree.
the right personnel.
I
We can't sit
agree.
here and feel bad for them. Oh
It's
no,
just
no, do better.
what
That's your job. You have one job. Promote. Do it right.
for me, it's just what makes HYBE, the organization, different. Like, how are they able to be successful and be the outlier in getting their artists over to the West? So much easier than, others. And we see like in other labels that, the artists, they do get sponsorships by major brand labels that are operating outside of South Korea. So why not the Grammys?
I don't know.
Or like any of those shows in the West.
positioning beyond bragging about YouTube views and Weverse fan kits. YG, JYP, SM, y'all sitting on megastars. But when it comes to international industry power plays, you're toddlers in the sandbox compared to HYBE's chessboard moves. And let's rip the mask off this whole influence delusion. Being a Recording Academy member does
Also-
not mean you're walking around with a Grammy.
Also, a lot of people were saying Billboard Hot 100 is all bought and paid for because a lot of artists our music is played on the radio more than they get actual streams on streaming platforms.
The people are saying that are the ones that their idols are not popular enough to make it on the list.
But
It's
the
just the
thing is,
haters because they're jealous their idols don't make it. They're going to say talk all
the
the
thing
shit.
is,
It's just this what it is.
when we see outliers like ATs, like for example ATs, they were able to appear onto Billboard Hot 100.
And you can say the same thing. Oh, their fans bought and paid for it. Well, guess what? They did
Yes,
it. I mean,
yes.
so what?
It's just so tricky.
So how is
It's
it any
like,
different than the fans pay for it
like-
or the label pays for it? There's no difference. Somebody has to pay for promotions.
yeah,
Yes,
it gets
so
paid at the end of
at
the
the- at the
day
end of the
by
day, somebody pays. So
It's just
you
where
know,
do we like set the standard and
it's
say,
not- it's
okay,
all
this
just
is
jealousy.
unfair? No.
There's
So what part of it is like, where do we
There's
draw the
nothing
line? Where do we
unfair.
draw the line and say it's unfair?
There's nothing unfair. If you play by the rules,
Mm.
you know what is unfair? Having illegitimate streams. That is unfair. Like you know how we see like Jermaine gets streams removed, blah blah blah.
But what
that
about
is
the radio?
unfair.
Like if you have
Radio
like,
is fair. What's unfair about radio?
like no, because they'll play a song and they'll count
Yes.
towards it being on
So
Billboard.
what's unfair about that?
The choices, because it's re-rotating 10 songs.
No, you can call in and ask for a DJ to play the song. They have the call-ins on the radio. You can call in and ask to play the song. There's nothing unfair. If DJs play the song that people want to listen, because otherwise you switch the station. That's not good for the radio either.
Because you can call in, but they can say, "Oh, we don't have the CD for it to play it." You have to, because there was an issue with
But that's only new
Beyonce.
songs. Like
No.
they haven't
Look,
delivered
a
the
big
new songs.
artist. No, a big artist like Beyonce in Texas, in the the country areas, they were not playing her new song "Cowboy Carter" because they refused to actually have like it available to be played.
Oh, go call out the radio. Somebody will play it.
But is that fair?
Yes, radio's private.
No, because
network.
radio kind
It's
of
a
like
private network. If I
'cause
want to, I
radio
play what I want to
kinda-
play on my radio.
yeah, the radio kind of, and you see that, and you're like, who's playing this song? Like, who is running this song over and
Some
over
people
again?
are running this song. Like I own the radio. I play what I want to listen. Now, if people
Ugh.
don't vibe what I play, they switch the
Yeah.
channel, and then eventually my radio goes bankrupt because I play bad
Oh.
music.
Do you think they?
So you pick and choose. Do you want to play your music or do you want to
Yeah.
play what people want?
But do you think like the radio is subjected to like make sure it's fair, so that
I
like
don't think so.
like
It's a
you know
private
no, 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 no,
entity.
listen, like you know how like in the radio, no, in streaming, like they catch fake streams.
Yeah.
So for the radio stations, do they catch fake radio plays or
There's
like?
no fake radio plays. If a official radio plays it, it's a play.
Because
It's
I'm
not
wondering
fake. What's
how
fake about it?
we have enough time in a day to run Alex song,
Warren?
yeah, and then also Dochi, and then
Well,
like 'cause-
there's hundreds, of, if not thousands, of radios.
Oof.
It's all over the country. Don't forget, it's not national radio, so local radios. Every city has its own local radio. How many cities is there in the country? Thousands. Maybe hundreds of thousands. Every city has a radio, and they play that stuff. It's like the stuff that they play here in Miami. You go to Washington State, ain't nobody gonna know none of that.
I'm just trying.
Ain't nobody gonna know no Trick Daddy. Ain't nobody gonna know Trina. Ain't nobody gonna know
It's
none of
just-
the land music they play here.
At the end of the day, in someone's perspective, they're gonna feel it's unfair.
Well, yes, people are entitled to feel how they want to feel, but because they feel like that doesn't make it true.
Oh yeah.
Scepter. It means you can vote on who gets nominated and wins. But honey, even that is a rigged popularity contest drenched in politics. Members are expected to vote responsibly. But we all know how that works. People vote for names they like, labels lobby behind the scenes, and big money campaigns shove eligible projects under everyone's nose. BTS being members since 2019 didn't stop them from walking away trophyless. So let's not pretend Jongwon, Cat's Eye, or Yeonjun are now Grammy kingmakers because they can tick a box next year. Also,
Well, you know
can we
what
talk
they
about
can
how
get a
shallow this
Grammy for?
diversification move
Like depending who's out, like best new artist.
Who can get that Grammy?
Best new group,
For,
Cat's
no,
Eye.
but Cat's Eye. I mean, yeah, Cat's Eye can get
Because
best new
who else?
group.
I don't know who else.
I
Because right
don't-
now,
I don't
Cat's
think
Eye
the
is killing
competition is that
it.
tough. I
Yeah,
think-
because as a new
I
group, they're
think-
killing it. And there's no girl groups. Like we don't have.
Is
any girl
there
groups.
like a label, not label, an award for that best new group? Is
I
there
thought
one?
I wonder because it's best new artist and that's a curse. Remember?
No, best new art. They're not winning no best new artist.
Yeah, that's hard. That's harder. But here in the States, I think it's easier to get best new
But
group.
is there best new group?
I don't know.
If
That's the
there's best new
thing.
group, I think they can win it. If there's a best new group, I think Cat's Eye can actually like
'Cause
legit win
who
it.
else
Not
do you
not
know
even
as
no
a
buy they
as a
win, like
new group?
actually
Like
win it.
who
There
do you know
isn't
as a
any.
new group?
There isn't any. They can win it.
That's
If-
mainstream.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they can win it. If if there is such an award, best new group, I don't know. Grammys have like
Can
50
you Google it
awards.
real quick? I think that would be up for the taking. And also, sometimes they create new categories. No.
I don't know. They already have enough categories. They don't need more.
But it's still gonna be an issue regardless of the fact, because even here in the States, people fight how it's unfair, the Grammy, like the Grammys rigged. So I can imagine being outside and coming
There isn't
into the
such
party.
thing.
No such thing. Oh, dang.
Actually is. They're dangling K-pop idols to make the Academy look woke and global. But where's the real inclusion? Where are the Afrobeat artists, the South Asian producers, the Middle Eastern composers, the Southeast Asian singers, the Latinx innovators beyond the same three reggaeton acts? The Academy is still overwhelmingly Western-centric, white male-dominated and gate-kept by an old guard that only lets in others when it's trendy or PR convenient. HYBE wormed in because they've been buttering up the US market for nearly a decade. Not because the Grammys suddenly care about the
A
Korean music
decade?
scene. And let's drag the fandom discourse too. Some of you are whining that HYBE's hogging the seats while others are foaming at the mouth defending them like unpaid PR interns. Reality. Check. Both sides are clowns. Yes, HYBE's aggressive. That's called business. No, that doesn't mean they're saints elevating Asian representation out of pure heart. And for the people mad that their faves weren't invited, blame your faves lazy companies. If SM,
Yep.
JYP, YG or others
Exactly.
can't be bothered to push their artists
Because
internationally beyond
at the end
half-baked
of
US
the
promo
day,
tours.
Someone has to pave the way. Pave the way, okay? They're not gonna be liked for doing that because people always feel like that should be them. But then at the end of the day, even though you pave the way, there's gonna be others who come after you. They're gonna benefit from the fruit of your work.
As I've been saying for over a year at this point, JYP sucks promoting here in the States. They straight up suck.
I think they dropped the bag with Stray Kids.
Stray Kids had a phenomenal
A
song,
song,
and
Lose My Breath. I
and they
could have
did
seen that going
nothing with it.
crazy
They
here.
suck. If
Yeah, Charlie
if that was HYBE's artist, that song would have been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So blame it JYP, blame it SM,
I see what's-
YG. Although YG is okay. And I mean, they don't have the connections HYBE does, but YG is okay.
You know what's a missed opportunity with Lose My Breath?
What?
It being like a gum commercial or a Tic Tac commercial. That would have
Yeah,
been phenomenal.
That's a missed bag right there.
That's on them. You don't get Recording Academy invites because Twitter says you deserve one. You get them because your label has the industry muscle to pull strings and build the network. Oh, and let's stop with this singers who don't write or produce aren't real musicians garbage. That's such an embarrassing K-pop fan brain rot
that's
take. Interpreting music is an art.
true.
Singing, performing, bringing life to a song. It's a professional craft. Whether or not you have a pen in the credits, the Academy's own standards recognize that, which is why people like Jongwon or Cat's Eye qualify. Not just because of age or years, but because being a working recognized artist counts.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
whatever.
that's
The
the
only
big
thing about
thing.
Cat's Eye to me is like, why is there the whole group invited? Like that is weird. Like
Oh,
that is just weird. Why the whole? Because others have 1, 2 members. 17 has 2. The rest is 1 member. Why Cat's Eye got all the members? That's the weird part about it.
I don't know. But I feel like this is Scooter Braun.
Bottom line, this whole thing is less a cultural milestone and more a corporate flex. It's not the revolution some of you are painting, and it's not the scandal others are screaming about. It's a business move in a rigged system, carried out by a company that knows how to play the international game better than its local rivals. Celebrate it if you want, but don't romanticize it, and sure as heck don't
But I
mistake it for
don't know,
progress. If anything, it's a
is
reminder that K-pop,
The other labels really actually interested in being part of
Yes,
the
they are
Grammys?
interested.
You think so?
How would they not be interested to accomplish the best award in the world in music industry? How would you not be interested in doing that?
Is it?
Yes, it is. Grammys is the biggest award. So say hate
It's
it,
the biggest?
hate it because it's rigged, whatever. It's still the biggest.
They don't have that in UK, like something like that.
UK's population is not America's population. UK's market is not America's market. Grammys is the biggest award, period.
Because a lot of artists say they don't care about getting a Grammy.
They might not care, but if they got one, they'd be happy.
global glitter is still at
As-
the mercy
as
of the same
Eminem,
old
he's
industry
happy?
rules, just with a glossier PR package. 2. Kwon Hyunbi's Waterbomb Festival controversy is a raging dumpster fire of hypocrisy, misogyny, body policing, and pathetic public moral panic disguised as concern. First off, Waterbomb isn't your grandma's church picnic. It's a wet t-shirt rave where idols roll around half naked on stage while people shoot water guns at them. It's designed for thirst traps. The entire event exists so people can scream, "Oh my god, look at his abs," or "her body is tea," while everyone's drenched and shaking. Their butts in public daylight. So the fact that Unbi showed up in a bikini top, denim shorts, crop blouse, and Gasp untied her top mid-set is literally the
looked
bare minimum for this
good.
festival. Y'all wanted her in a nun robe? Get real. And the choreo? Hip thrusts,
I'm
floor
confused.
rolls,
What's the
body
issue?
waves?
What's the
Oh
issue?
no, how scandalous. Except male idols do this every day and no one bats an eye. Minyuk from B2B rips off his shirt and everyone foams at the mouth calling it legendary fan service. Biko flashes his abs and the headline scream "King of Sexy." Wonho humps the air shirtless and its artistic expression, but Unbi drops a blouse and suddenly she's single-handedly collapsing feminism and corrupting the nation. Girl bye. The backlash reeks of body bias and sexist rot. People weren't mad because she danced sexy. They were mad because she's got a fuller chest and wasn't binding herself into a cardboard box to tone it down. If Unbi had an A cup, nobody would have said anything. But because she's curvy, she's vulgar and
That's
cheap.
true.
No, Patricia, that's not moral panic. That's misogyny in HD. Also, can we talk about the people crying, but it pressures younger girl groups? Newsflash. The industry pressures them anyway, regardless of what Unbi does. The problem isn't one 29-year-old woman owning her sexuality. It's the men at the top profiting off all of them while fans pretend the idols are the problem. Stop blaming the woman doing what she wants and start blaming the system that turns underage girls into marketing props. Unbi didn't invent sexy concepts. She just stopped pretending she was innocent while doing them. And the feminist arguments against her? Please, if your feminism collapses the moment a woman shows skin at a water concert, then congrats. Your feminism is brittle as heck. Sexual agency isn't anti-feminist. Policing women for being too sexy while drooling over shirtless men on stage? That is anti-feminist. Unbi isn't setting women back. She's just revealing how many people are still stuck in the dark ages when it comes to female autonomy. And don't even get me started on the online cockroaches sending edited explicit images, calling her livestock and spamming her with slurs. That's harassment, and they should rot in court for it. Props to Wool Lim Entertainment for filing police complaints, but honestly, it shouldn't even have come to that. At the end of the day, Unbi performed at a water festival wearing water festival clothes, doing water festival choreo, and people lost their stupid minds. Not because of what she did, but because of who she is, a woman with a body who refused to shrink. That's the real controversy here. 3. Tail getting slapped with a 3 and
So I guess people mad because she was wearing. I'm so confused by this.
But she was curvier in a swimsuit.
I honestly, initially, I thought they're mad at her dances because her dances are half naked. But apparently, we're talking about her, and her dances are clearly shirtless. That's
I
just
thought that's
weird.
what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about her, not her dancers. Her backup dancers
Oh,
are
her
shirtless.
backup dancers.
Yeah, they were all shirtless. I
Oh.
thought people are upset about that
Oh.
because they were like legit shirtless. She was wearing clothes, so I'm confused what this whole thing is about. But whatever, yeah.
a half-year
Weird
sentence
country.
isn't even close to justice. It's barely a crumb tossed in the victim's direction. The fact this garbage bag walked around free until he got cuffed
guys,
post-verdict is already
the
nauseating enough.
news
And let's
about
not even get
Tail made it to Daily Mail. It is everywhere. I feel like now, like,
Well,
if you thought this was a local incident in South Korea, it's becoming global.
yeah.
No, I saw it. Daily Mail. Daily Mail is big.
And they're not gonna know who he is. They're gonna forget about it.
started on the freakish cult of fans who showed their clown faces in court, humanity truly bottomed out the moment people decided fandom loyalty trumps morality. What's even more disgusting is how unsurprising this pathetic little punishment actually is. We all know South Korea's legal system has a raging allergy to properly punishing men who commit violent crimes against women, especially foreign women. So a prison term over 1 year is somehow treated like a freaking miracle. It's repulsive and predictable at once. What a twisted combo. And about the sickening East Tail and his crew had dodging taxi trackers? Anyone who believes this was their debut into depravity is blissfully naive or deluded. The data doesn't lie. Abusers are rarely first-timers when caught. They've usually got a sickeningly long list of silent victims who couldn't come forward. Tail isn't some sad rookie criminal. He's a predator who finally messed up badly enough to get nailed. This was a numbers game and he finally rolled snake eyes. Am I relieved he got
Nailed.
something? Sure,
Okay.
but only because my standards for justice when it comes to these misogynistic monsters are scraping the literal floor. It's depressing that the bar is set at better than nothing. But that's exactly how the
Wow,
Korean
yeah.
system has conditioned us to react to punishments for violence against women, especially foreigners who Korea so easily dismisses. Let's pray karma does the job that Korea's justice system so
And
blatantly
I
failed
don't
at.
find it a
4.
coincidence
Cat's eye
that we keep getting these incidents that are being brought forth to court with foreigners.
Well, I think foreigners is an easy target because I do believe also committing the crime on a foreigner,
It,
now
to
I'm
me, that means you thought about the crime. It's
because
premeditated.
it's I mean, okay, to be fair, it could be a coincidence.
Oh, there is no
I
such
mean,
thing
you
as
don't like you can't. If
coincidences.
it's a one, it's
Listen.
okay. If it's a one-time
listen.
thing, like a one person thing, it could be a if there's like 3 different people and they're all foreigners, okay, that's permitted, that's for sure. But one person thing, we can't just say, oh, with West
And
Americans it's a
I
foreigner.
don't
That doesn't
think
make no sense.
this is the only victim.
No,
I
I
wouldn't be surprised
tried
if there's more.
It's,
And if
it's
there's
possible,
more,
but
they should
we
come
don't know.
forward. So that's how you add to the sentencing.
Yeah, but I was just saying, yeah, I feel like the fact that it's a foreigner is kind of like easier for a judge to give a lighter sentence, because there would be no real backlash in the country, because it's not like the person from a country that's getting hurt. So,
That's weird.
well, don't forget, these judges, they're probably men, right? So they do these, they don't want to set a precedent, because if they ever in that situation, they don't want to get a big sentence
That's
too.
weirder.
Well, why? It's a misogynistic society. That's how it works. I mean, obviously it's weird from the Western perspective, yeah, but in there, I'm pretty sure all of them do the same thing. Like we saw with the Burning Sun, like everybody was involved. So judges, I'm sure the judges do the same stuff. It's just, they don't want to set a precedent that, oh, we get caught, now we have to go for 15 years. The president want to be, a couple of years, slap on the wrist. Now, if a woman was a judge, I think the punishment would be completely
I
different.
wonder if for like a normal person in South Korea, if they were to commit the same crime
Probably
as a
get more
male.
time.
So I think it's
Connections.
more about money.
Well, connections matter, yeah, you can't dismiss that.
Dropped the Gabriella performance video, and yeah, the choreo ate, especially with those sexy dresses. The MV leaned heavy on the storyline, so finally seeing the full choreo on display was a treat. But
Same old phone? Nah.
The performance
Upgrade
video, I
to
don't
the
think
new
we saw this
Galaxy Z
one.
Fold 7.
and it's a big fat can't squeeze into skinny jeans. But can we talk about why on earth Yoon Chai is being thrown into this?
Oh.
Sis is 17, and this is the third choreo in a row dripping with sexual undertones. Like,
My
why are we
goodness,
pretending this is
with-
normal?
with
But no,
Yoon Chai,
the only
yeah.
thing people
Oh
online
my
want to yap about is
God.
how Manon's missing because of her injury, which is fair, I guess. With every
Oh.
new era, one of the Cat's Eye members
So
has
now
to miss some
Manon
schedule.
is injured? Well, there was Lara injured at the music video for Game Boy. Now is
Yeah.
Manon injured? Can we leave Yoon Chai alone out of this? Like, I'm tired of Yoon Chai. She's 17, but come on,
No,
guys.
the thing
17
is,
is almost 18. It's
no,
not that big of a
she's still
deal.
17.
Manon,
And she will
Lara,
still be
Megan, Daniela.
17
Have you ever seen a group with
until
members
she's
missing or injured as
18.
consistently as them? I think it really exposes just how often idols are getting injured on the daily. But the messed up part is, most of them never get the chance to actually sit out schedules. They're expected to slap on a brace and keep performing. Behind the 3-minute performance is an industry that chews through bodies. Chronic injuries? They're the norm, not the exception.
I think we
We're
kind of
talking
saw
slipped
the
discs at 20
outfits for what Yoon Chai was wearing.
I thought that was
No,
the
the red,
outfit
the
that
red
she-
outfit.
the red,
yeah, it's a little short.
ankle tears at 19, vocal nodules at 22, and no one says jack until the body physically gives out.
I
Do you
think
think
she
those
should
shiny
have
hiatus
like at
announcements
least
happen
like
early?
a
No.
tights like this or something to like a little bit more coverage.
Yes,
Because you
whatever.
don't have to have. I've seen the Beyonce tour right now. Even when Beyonce is like supposedly like in like a bikini, she's not in a bikini.
Well, we don't know that she's not wearing underpants, though. How do we know that she's
No,
not
but the thing is
skin
not just
matching
more.
tights?
No. Now is not even the standard. Just underpants. You should wear like
No,
tights.
the tights. That's what I'm saying. How we know she's not wearing that? You can't say she's not wearing
Well,
that.
I
We
don't know.
that.
I didn't see the performance,
Right,
but
that's what
I'm
I'm saying. We
saying
don't know that.
like now there's a really good nude illusion out there
Yeah,
available
so she
for
might be wearing
coverage.
that.
So she could be,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But based on what we're saying, it was too short.
The last resort when the idol's body is basically sending SOS signals. By then they've already been patched up with cortisone shots, knee braces, painkillers, acupuncture, massage guns, and God knows what else, just to keep dragging themselves through choreo that wasn't designed for the human spine to survive. 5. Attract announced that 50/50's Kina will be easing back into activities, which is a mix of relief and caution for
Good
me.
for them.
It's good to hear she's feeling stable enough to even consider returning.
I
But
feel like,
PTSD isn't
Kina-
something that magically
Kina-
clears up because schedules are waiting. I really hope Attract
Kina should just, it's hard. I understand. That's your baby. But there's hope. You can move forward, and you can always have more hits in the
Listen,
future.
the industry
should
is
let
not
it go.
for the weak. You have to be mentally strong, physically and mentally strong. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but that's just life. It's not for
Yeah,
the weak.
but it doesn't mean that what she went through is easy. It's a
I'm
lot.
not
Like
saying that,
you
but
feel
I'm
like
saying
you
you
were
have to be
taken advantage.
strong.
Like honestly, you probably think to yourself, who can I trust? Because they can do this again to you, right?
Yes, but still, you have to be strong. Because if you're not gonna be strong, nobody else gonna be strong for
I
you.
think if I was her, I would make sure I have someone there as an ally who has my back 100%, so this doesn't ever happen again. That's how I would be able to proceed forward. Proceed forward with with this information and with your protection. Get the strap.
Act isn't just parading her out to save face or ride the wave of 50/50's current success. She needs real ongoing care, a solid therapist, a protected
I agree.
environment, and the freedom to pull back. Whenever it's too much, it's easy for companies to say we talked to doctors and then shove idols back into the chaos while pretending it's all fine. But Kina's been through dirt, she deserves a safe return. Speaking of which, for A-Pink members, Korong, Bomi, Namju and Haeyoung have officially signed with us entertainment, which honestly might be
They
hinting
look
at a comeback,
good.
especially
They
since
look
it's been over 2
good.
years since their last one. And even though member Yoonji's branched out to an acting-focused agency, she's made it clear she's not leaving A-Pink anytime soon. So the door for group activities is definitely still wide open.
Cool.
Okay. I'm here for A-Pink. I remember seeing them on the charts. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And Zoe, share as much kindness as possible.